102 years ago, dug from chalk and sand, our home was built by our very own hands. Over a century of the Valley's voice, the sound of SE7, the pride of South London, our football heaven. The many miles you've travelled, the many games that you've seen, following Charlton, your favourite team. The Valley Cafe, the Royal Oak, the places you can laugh and joke. Get off the train, ransom walk, the nerves kick in, the pre-match talk. The many hours you've sat in the covered end choir, singing Valley Floyd Road, my only desire. But that all changed some time ago. The game was over, stay at home. The loved ones lost, our loyal fans, you'll all be missed up in those stands. It's not been the same without your voice, but the time is near for us to rejoice. Those echoes will become full song when we hear the Red Robin come bobbing along. Soon you'll be back again, doing what you did again, singing your songs, back together in SE7, where we all belong.
Charlton family, it has been way too long. Nothing compares to when the Valley is full and we're cheering on the boys. We can't wait to get you back here. Look forward to seeing you, meeting you soon.
Very good evening and welcome to the Valley for this Premier Development League 2 National Player Final. Charlton U18s take on their Wigan counterparts to see who takes the crown this season. National champions. Both sides coming through very tough semi-finals to be here at the Valley on what is a blustery and fairly damp evening. But we are in front of a crowd for the first time in what seems like an absolute age. There are 600 fans that we are facing immediately in the lower part of the West Stand. And Louis, whatever happens today, that's a good sight, isn't it?
Oh yeah, how good is it to see fans back in the stadium, even on the drive down here through the traffic that seems to have caught everyone. Just seeing a few familiar faces in and around SE7 again, it means absolutely everything really. And you know, after the game tonight, I'm sure there'll be a few Charlton fans in the pubs as well, and it'll feel a little bit like a return to normal. But I'm so looking forward to this match. I think we were really treated to something special last week, and we saw how this Charlton side like to play the ball on the floor, the quality they have, and then of course we had the drama, which also goes hand in hand with any Charlton side. But you know, such an exciting ending, and really looking forward to seeing if they can get over the line this evening.
Well, Wigan had their own difficulties in getting here, shall we say. They needed extra time to get past Ipswich in their semi-final. Both sides line up as they did in the semi-finals, which came as a bit of a surprise to me. Obviously, it's great to see that Garonde and Santos are both recovered from the knocks they received in the Charlton semi-final to take their place on the pitch. Both really important players, but we also have to say that the replacements, Asimwe and Mitchell, when they came on, performed equally admirably, and it was a superb team performance. Of course, there were a couple of standout moments. Burstow's two spring to mind, and not least the actual goal that got us to this point. It was cool as personified as he took his time, slot it in with what was it, 4 minutes of added time gone. It was just perfect Charlton. But you're very welcome in joining us this evening. Obviously, only 600 allowed in because of the restrictions currently in place. Hopefully that will increase as the weeks go forward and we get back to summer. Get back from the summer, I should say, and take our place back here at the Valley. Everybody inside that wants to be. It'll be Wigan who get us underway, who finish top of their northern section, just pipping Birmingham by 3 points to that title, and both winners are now facing each other. Almost get the game underway, but we are now underway with Wigan attacking the covered end in this first half. Early header for Barker to get it upfield. And Viggers picks it up for the Addicts. Goes left. Garonde finds Campbell. Thought he might have been brought to the floor, but the referee waves it away. Wigan try to come forward. Charlton just momentarily block their momentum. The Addicts do have it back with Garonde. Garonde with the ball forward. And Santos picks it up for Charlton. Lovely ball into the middle. Madigan spread right to Barker. Will he take a shot? Barker, he does. Cannons off the Wigan man. Picked up by Henry. Sends it into the penalty area. Easily cleared away. But once again, Santos tidying up for Charlton. Gets it back forward, but once again it's cleared. And work here on this Charlton left-hand side for Aleroy. He does really well and he gets fouled in the process. And have real trouble picking out the numbers on the Wigan shirts, I've got to say, this evening. Looking forward to that as the game progresses, as Barker sends the ball down the right for Burstow to chase. Doesn't quite get there, but Charlton have the throw. Early stages, Charlton starting positively.
Yeah, bright start. Just saw Charlie Barker's eyes lit up there, didn't they, when the space showed up. He's obviously got a goal for the first team this season from slightly closer range than that one, but not afraid to have a go and saw it charge down. But yeah, you know, the game the two sides played against each other recently was a bit of a humdinger, wasn't it? So I'm expecting a lot of goals this evening, a bit of excitement.
Yeah, 4-3. Charlton running out winners, down to 10 men, I think.
Yeah,
again,
10 men.
Seems to be something we're quite fond of doing, as the ball into the penalty area and avoids everybody. It's quite a dangerous throw in the end, but not a red shirt there to capitalise. And Tom Watson, the Wigan keeper, rolls it out to his right. It's now picked up by Lloyd. Ball down the lines, cut out by Garonde. into Henry. It's a lovely touch inside to beat his man. Zay it was who was left stranded by that touch, and up to Burstock. You see it right to Barker, and behind him Baccarin. Valero and Baccarin, who form such a solid centre-half partnership. As Henry is trying to pick out the run of Charlie Barker, and I think at first thought he didn't think he could get there, but I don't know whether the ball held up in the wind and just held up enough to give Barker a bit of interest in it, but he just couldn't get there at the second attempt, and Wigan can bring it clear. Just avoids Campbell the ball out here to the right-hand side. McGurk trying to take on Grande, both inside and out. Grande holds him up, and the ball infield is cut out by Santos. Valero just rushed his clearance with Wigan threatening to pounce, but that's again good blocking by Santos. Spotted the danger, comes across with a sliding challenge, and it's away for a Wigan throw on this near side.
It would be interesting, you mentioned the wind picking up that ball for Charlie Barker. Again, how much, we said this last weekend, how much the elements are going to play a part in this, because it can make it so unpredictable. The rain's driving down as well.
Lloyd with the throw into the penalty area. That's so well cut out. Oh, just about to say,
blame the wind on that one.
Superbly well cut out by Adingham, but just skied his attempted clearance down the line. It's gone out for another throw. Feet on the pitch, which the linesman clearly not bothered about. Goes down the line, ball into the box, straight to Henry. Clears it away, putting him under pressure from Zay. It's a good turn by McHugh. Still with the ball. It's a lovely challenge, but Wigan still have the ball. Valero with that challenge, ball into the box. Barker tried to backheel it away. In the end, it came off his left foot instead of the right, which he was aiming for, and away for the corner, but an early scare for the Addicts.
Yeah, sorry, last week, didn't he? The nerves can play a part in this game with the mistake from the Birmingham goalie early on, and Charlie Barker just, I don't know if he took his eye off it or he wasn't expecting it to come all the way through, but it was a glorious little cross. One of those ones that defenders hate to have to deal with, and Charlie's got a little bit lucky there. We have to say that was a great challenge on the edge of the area from Deji a few moments before that.
It's going to be a corner on the far side as we look. Everybody hustling around James Beadle in the Charlton goal mouth, and as a header comes in, got a feeling that might have been McGurk who got the final touch to that header. Trying to see again the numbers. Forgive us, are a little bit difficult to spot. We said that it might have been Zay, who's number 10. Yeah, I think it was, because McHugh, the number 7, is... Just trying to see the numbers. Actually, 7 is McGurk. It might have been him who took the corner.
It's a nice ending to this season, though, when you consider that what these two clubs have been through this year, that the two have come together in a more positive sort of scenario at the end of the campaign. Yeah, and congratulations to Wigan for staying up, considering everything that went against them this campaign.
That's a good shout, Louis. As Grande gets one tackle in, but just loses out in the second one. McGurk on the ball, gets a left foot cross in, and again it's just caught under the feet of Valero, and it needed the save from Beadle as Zay pounced once more, and he does look at a threat. The striker for Wigan.
Good save that from James Beadle. Had to be aware there again, another slip in the Addicts' defence, but he was well on top of it. You can see why he's been getting plaudits this week.
So, Wigan striker from Liverpool's academy, as originally, as a lot of these players are. Ball far side of the Charlton penalty area. It's back out, and it's a shot that comes in from the edge of the penalty area and buried with some force. It might have been Fulton who got the connection, and Charlton will go behind. 6 minutes gone.
Yeah, they've been having a good spell, haven't they, the Latics? And that is a wonderful finish on the left foot from the edge of the area, volleyed into the top corner. It is James Fulton. He caught it perfectly, left Beadle with no chance. And it's a setback for the Addicts, but it's early days. Remember the last playoff final Charlton played in? We were 1-0 down in that one as well at Wembley, and we turned it around. So there's still plenty of time to fix this.
Wigan, just as you said, threatening in the last couple of minutes. The first 4 belong to the Addicts, really, but two or three dangerous moments from Wigan, mostly from their centre forward Zay. But when that ball was cleared, Charlton will be a little disappointed that Fulton was allowed the time and space on the edge of the box to get the shot away, but he did finish it well. And Charlton start from a goal behind. Garande with a header. Back to Santos. Santos, playmaker in Charlton's midfield.
Yeah, like that as well. You can imagine when you've gone the goal down how easy it would be to panic and start pumping balls forward. But Charlton just playing their own game, just making sure they keep it with the midfielders there and play it around the back. There's absolutely no need to let that goal get to you yet.
Santos popping up on the right now. Again, quite happy just to come inside the back rim, and Leroy will just try and probe at this Wigan midfield and defence to prise them open. This time Adigan getting involved as well. Charlton trying to draw Wigan out. Looks like they're playing a sort of 4-5-1. Wigan with Zay up top on his own and maybe swapping around with Costello. Barker now has it on the right. He's got space to go into and he's used that space. Little ball inside to Viggers. Finds Barker again and back to Viggers. Viggers trying to set the referee should bring that back and does. Lovely move down that right-hand side from Charlton. Started by Barker. Charlton were waiting for that moment when space would appear. Barker spotted it, seized the opportunity, and a little 1-2 with Viggers. Ended with Barker being upended. And it's a dangerous free kick for Charlton with Aaron Henry over this.
Very good refereeing that, Tel.
Yes, no,
which I know it must be very difficult for you to hear, but it was, because the ball did look like it would be on there for Tyrese Campbell on the right-hand side, but he pulled it back as soon as the pass wasn't perfect, and now a chance for Charlton to test some of these Wigan defenders.
I don't have the man in black's name to give him the plaudits, but you're right, he was spot on there. There's Aaron Henry. Slightly wrong angle for a right foot effort, but interesting to see whether this is a shot on target or a ball across the box. Figures just hanging around, now making the move. It is drilled across, but Wigan deal with it, although the second ball up in the air, not so well. And Henry gets his header to it. He was aiming for Campbell, who's trying to get there. And the referee judges that to have been a foul. And so Wigan will have the free kick just in front of their dugout.
Like that again. I mean, obviously after the foul was given, but too soon for the players to react. Aaron Henry did go in for quite a strong challenge there. You can imagine if this was first team football, the Wigan player would still be down, but he's straight back onto his feet.
Yeah, refreshing that, isn't it? Keeper gets the ball away. The two players go for the same ball. Both Backering and Leroy, and it's allowed Wigan to try and exploit it. They didn't initially, as Brown were picking up for the Latics on the far side. Ball back inside now to McGee. So shot comes in, comfortably dealt with by Beadle. He's been named as one of the 11 Star Academy graduates in the league this week. Congratulations to him for that. Also, quite an accomplished keeper, by the way, as he proved all season, not least in the semi-final, as Santos just gets his angles wrong, trying to find Garande, who was in space. It's a difficult one to judge in these conditions. Still raining here at the Valley, and the wind still blowing around. They did say it would stop a little bit into the evening, but not yet. Lloyd backwards. Carragher, son of Jamie Carragher, at the back for Wigan. Gets it to their left-hand side, ball forward. Little touch by Costello into Zay, and he's got McGurk on this right-hand side. Lloyd makes a run. It's a shot, comes in, and again comfortably dealt with by Beadle. Just for a second there, I thought it might have taken a deflection off of Leroy, but fortunately.
It's two saves he's made look comfortable, but I imagine again with a skiddy ball, you know, the skiddy surface and the ball being a bit wet, they're probably harder than they look there, but Beadle did make him look quite easy.
Ball from Santos trying to prise open Wigan down the right-hand side. Causes this throw-in. Barker throws it down the line. Flick on from Viggers into Campbell. Campbell trying to makes some space down that right-hand corner, and then I think just pulled his man back when the first attempt didn't work. And Wigan will have a pressure-relieving kick right by the corner flag. Coming up to 12 minutes gone. It's 1-0 here to the visitors. Still plenty of time left. Charlton will have been shell-shocked a little bit by that Wigan opening goal.
As I said earlier, though, you know, we saw them recover from adversity in the semi-final last weekend with those 2 late Birmingham goals going on to win it. But it's about not panicking, because Charlton know the sort of game they want to play and keep it on the floor and just try and work those spaces as we saw them do really well last weekend.
Charlton have it on the left-hand side. Ball through the middle, almost picked up Biggers, but it's run to Adigan. He's going to get a shot away, Adigan here, but it's straight down the throat of Watson.
Should use this moment as well, actually, just to send our best wishes to Brian Cole, the stadium announcer here, who I know is watching on in hospital.
Absolutely, Brian. Get well soon, my friend. Hopefully this will aid in your recovery if Charlton can recover from this point. As Garonde reached the dropping ball, just too long for Santos. It's headed clear, but Henry will pick it up, although a difficult ball to control. Wigan retain possession, or regain possession as a result. It's in the centre here with McHugh. It's backwards and across to Fulton, the goal scorer for Wigan. So not quite pressing as yet. Fulton will send it across to the Wigan left-hand side. Progress. Ball cut out by Henry well. They'll find Barker behind him. They've just got a deflection off that ball forward, and has. Charlton will have the throw. It's important for Charlton, I think. And I think both sides probably will find it a little difficult from the rigours of the semi-finals, which was only last Saturday, to go through those emotions. Yeah. And to pick yourself back up for a final is something that I think everybody would find a little tough to do.
Yeah, Wigan had to go to extra time last weekend as well, didn't they, against Ipswich?
And they deal with that ball forward and send it long and high. It seems to be dealt with Aleway. Just chose not to head it back to Pedal, and it was a good choice, to be fair, because the resultant shot from Zay was comfortably well right, and maybe he didn't, with the conditions, the header back to Beadle might have been a lot more trickier to handle. So I think in hindsight, good judgment from the Charlton centre half. On the left side, that is. He's back in possession again. He's got his counterpart Baccarin to his right. Santos comes short. Going to send this long, and Burstow just cause Fulton to have to deal with this. He does, and gives it straight to Campbell. Campbell hugging that right-hand touchline. Does well to retain possession as well. Santos behind him. Charlton look a little bit penned in over there, but Santos does well to create some space. Just trying to get it to Burstow's, leave it out, but Vickers might get there, and he does. Vickers across now to Garonde. Shot comes in for Garonde. Oh, touched wide by the keeper. Fantastic save from Watson. Charlton almost back on level terms.
Yeah, brilliant touch from the goalkeeper there. Almost seemed like the chance had gone, but Ryan Vickers just burst onto it on the edge of the area and laid off the shot. Garonde went for it, the curler, and the keeper's done superbly well just to tap it round for this corner.
Which comes in, drilled across. Parker can't get there. It's gone past everybody, in fact. Did that take a touch off a Wigan man? Yes, it did. Parker, if he'd have met that, nobody was stopping that if it would have been goal-bound. Charlton have the throw, though. Garonde. Shot.
Got caught by surprise by the reaction of the crowd there, I forgot.
Burstow, lovely chest control into Adigan, who, again, second time in a row, that he went for a right foot.
It's almost easy to forget what a crowd's like, having been here at a Valley all season without one. It was so nice just to hear the anticipation as the ball break to Vickers on the edge of the area before he set up Garonde. It shows how much of a part they could play as well next season as we look to try and win promotion out of League One.
Well, if Adigan connects with one of those shots, the first one was a clearance, of course. That shot off the same foot didn't quite sit right either. But if he does connect, then it's going to certainly test somebody. Hopefully it'll be Watson in the Wigan goal. It's a little bit of afters between Santos and I think over there it was Brown, but nothing more than that. As Adigan can find Baccarin. Ball through the middle to Santos once more. Becker and Burstow coming short. Gets the ball run to Viggers. That's a lovely little combination, and the ball out here to Grande. Can he keep it in on this left side? Yes, he can. Crossing opportunity, gets the ball into the box, but it's too deep for anybody. Viggers went short, and Grande went long. The ball's still in play, however, on their far side. Cannon's off the... well, cannon's probably too forceful a word, but it's just touched off the corner flag and stayed in play. Ball down the line. Bakrin always just a little bit late on that. And, thought he had the pace to get there. Went for the sliding clearance. Just trying to think, it's Costello he's taken out in the process. Not sure what the Wigan players are asking for here.
I don't know if they're arguing that it should be a red, but I think that would be incredibly harsh because there was a covering defender and
Barker is telling them in no uncertain terms not to be silly, or words to that effect, I guess.
I'd love to be on a pitch when someone, come on, let's stop being silly. But yeah, I mean, that's...
Tone down for early evening viewing.
YouTube. Are you allowed to swear on YouTube? I don't know. Probably shouldn't. But
certain sections of it, I guess, but not this one.
But yeah, I think a yellow card. You can just see the challenge was mistimed there by Nazir, and probably a fair decision by the referee.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, once he didn't get to the ball, there was only one decision in there. But strange, because I thought Bakrin had it covered. He probably didn't even need to make the challenge. The sliding tackle or the dive in, had he connected, would have been the perfect response. But just shielding him out would have also been good at the moment. And as a result, we're going to have a dangerous free kick. And I think that's McGurk over this. Draws it across. Henry gets to it first and heads it behind for the corner.
Well there, Henry, just to cover that near post.
It'll be McGurk again. Certainly Wigan look dangerous at these set pieces, and they overload the 6-yard box once more, trying to stop Beadle getting anywhere near this. Lots of pushing and shoving in there. He comes in again close to the goal. Beadle this time gets a punch, but not a huge amount of distance. Cannoned off several players, I think. And then the final clearance from Henry's just gone straight back up in the air, and Wigan will claim it. McGurk, Henry in front of him, trying to stop the cross this time. Turns one way, then the other. Goes backwards to McGee. Forced backwards once more. McGee back on the ball, out to McGurk again. It's good work from Henry. Actually Brown over there, I beg his pardon. Good work from Henry to stop the cross coming in, forcing Wigan back. He's now with Snell. And inside it comes to Fulton. Just missed Burstow. He thought he had it there, but didn't quite make it. Wigan still had possession. There'll be a big switch attempted here. Grande saw it coming, just couldn't quite get there before it runs through to Lloyd. Takes the return. Up against Adigan. That's a good tackle from Adigan, and he's away. Can he get past Lloyd? And ball up to Viggers. Back to Adigan. Lovely ball, looking for Campbell. Oh, I said lovely ball, just in front, too far in front of him in the end. Almost a delightful ball, but Wigan can pounce from it. There's a ball to the edge of the area, and Costello up against Bakrin, gets the shot away. That's a good block from Barker. Adigan will have to deal with this. Oh, it bounced over his head, and the shot comes in. This time from McGurk, but once again, Beadle right behind it.
Yeah, again, he had to be lively to want to bounce just in front of him, and Wigan would have had players following that in if he'd spilt it at all. So Seth Haynes there from the goalkeeper.
Once again, John just passed it across the back. Santos short for this, cuts inside his man. That's good work from Santos. Finds some space, and that's a lovely run for Viggers. Can he get on the end of his Viggers? Little touch, will take it past the keeper. Can he finish, Viggers? Oh, it's a fantastic save again from Watson to deny Viggers what would have been a fantastic goal.
Yeah, what a great move again. The run from Santos, and then the ball over the top was absolutely perfectly measured for Viggers, and he took the touch around the goalkeeper. You have to say that's a brilliant reaction from Tom Watson in the Wigan goal.
Charlton with the corner. Comes into deep one. Barker's looking for it, but that hangs in the air and allows Watson to come and get it. I think in these conditions, at that end especially, that may not work, as Zay has it for Wigan. Charlton back behind the ball. So close on 2 occasions to getting back on level terms, but it's still 1-0 here to Wigan. Boyd cuts inside. Cross into the middle. And McGee will pick out the run. Snell into the corner looking for Brown. Brown attempted ball in, is cut out well by Barker, but at the expense of another corner.
Seeing flashes of that quality from Charlie Barker that saw him get those chances in the first team at the start of the season. You know, I mean, I don't think you could even say it's too early for him, because he is a young man, but he didn't look out of place. But at the same time, it's great experience for a player at this level to have had some first team football in League One, and obviously scoring in the League Cup as we mentioned.
Well, both Barker and Henry, both with first team experience, and neither looked out of place when they played in the first team. It's quite easy to forget how young they are. As the corner comes in, it's not a good one, and Adigan can clear it away.
It was only when we interviewed Charlie after the game at Swindon in the League Cup, and I was like, Jesus, because from far away he looks like a man, but you speak to him and you're reminded that you're speaking to a young kid. But you know, with that head on his shoulders to go into a big first team game like that and play the way he did, and obviously Lee Bowyer trusted him enough to play him in those first few league games.
Of course, grabbing a goal at both ends, as it turns out, as Barker heads it up in the air, brought down though. Wigan will try to attack the Charlton right-hand penalty area, but it's well dealt with by Baccarin, and now Santos brings it away. Lovely football from Santos, but just pass out, missed Viggers, but Burstow can pounce. Burstow inside. Oh, Campbell, can he get on the end of that? No, he can't. Just the pass out from Burstow, he got caught by the Wigan man, allowed them to defend, and now they break away. Overloaded on the Charlton right. Costello with Brown making a move inside. He cuts back across. Will take the shot away. Barker in the way once more. Baccarin will bring it forward for Charlton, trying to find Viggers on this left-hand side. Can he jump? He does. Again, the ball hangs in the air to allow him to win the header, but then he couldn't find Burstow with it. And McGee tidies up for Wigan Athletic. Watson just taking his time with this, and in the end, comfortably picks up McGee. It goes left. Snell will find Brown inside of him. Brown. As McHugh's got Lloyd out here on this right-hand side. Lots of space coming up against Garande, who inadvertently deflects it into the box, and that's awful dive to the floor by Zay. I wonder if the referee might have a word. It's a good header from Viggers, and he's under his shirt, almost pulled off his back in the process. And now Henry picks it up for the Addicts. And he's sending Viggers on his way. He's going to take on Carragher. Gets it clear though, and finds Lloyd. Wonder whether the referee might have a quiet word with Zay as he went down, but nothing. The sliding challenge has allowed Wigan to break away, and they're in with Costello once more into the penalty area. Across the box it goes. It should be an easy finish. Oh, off the post from Brown when he looked easier to score. Up to Burstow to clearance, and then Charlton will break away here with Campbell. Campbell looking for options on the ball inside, straight to McGee, and Wigan will break again. Henry just looks like he suffered a knock, Aaron Henry. He's out of the action at the minute. It's good work from Baccarin, though, to tidy up for Charlton. And now Henry wants it on this near side. Instead, Barker goes back to Beadle, and Charlton will breathe a huge sigh of relief. 2-0 down. Even with Charlton's powers of recovery and the quality they possess, it would have been a tough ask.
Yeah, should have scored there, really. Again, it was good work down the right-hand side, and it was sort of Charlton were overloaded there at the far post.
Conditions getting worse here at the Valley. 600 fans who are in the lower west. I'll probably wish it was the upper west they were in. Zadigan sends the ball across to Garande. Again, Charlton just looking to take the sting out of Wigan a little bit, because after that chance. Zadigan once more as he looks forward and, faced with rain, brings the ball forward. And there to Garande, who's happy to go backwards once more. Charlton, as we saw in the semi-final, happy to just play it around the back. We've mentioned it before. Be patient, build up. Santos once more, deep, trying to pull the strings for the Addicts. Now the ball goes forward and it's over the top of Vickers, and Lloyd will clear it away, but the header will only come as far as Adigan. Santos on the ball once more, trying to shake his marker. Backrin's attempted ball forward. It's picked up eventually by Burstone. He's found Adigan. Can Charlton spring a breakaway now? Out to Campbell. Campbell with Garonde running ahead of him. Into the box, Garonde. Trying to go past his man. It's a lovely shimmy to get past his man, but the ball in, just not high enough to get over the top of Watson.
Just made that yard of space with the little bit of trickery, but floated across. The keeper read it well.
I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but conditions really are appalling here. But, I'm hoping that the 600 Addicts over there in the lower west are not caring one jot, because it's live football as Santos gets all. That looked like a foul. It's Schnell just a little bit late on Santos. Don't know if he connected with his head or not, but certainly would have been a painful one.
It's like he has taken a little glance there. The referee saying he should be okay to get back to his feet now, though.
Just delighted to see him on the team sheet, because, as I say, he had to go off, as we know, in the half-time in the semi-final. That's with Garonde, but he's recovered. And recovered once again.
Yeah, seen the quality he possesses on the ball as well. Certainly one of Charlton's bright sparks in this opening half an hour or so.
Well, we have a wealth of talent in that midfield. We've got Aaron Henry, of course, Santos, Chin, who's unfortunately injured at this point, which is a real shame, because he had something again into the squad. As the ball comes in, that's Burstow trying to get there, and it's just gone behind both Burstow. I think that was their way. Santos will try and start the process again, aiming towards Burstow once more, cleared away by Kerrigan. Wigan might counter break themselves, but Garonde on hand to step in. It's the heavy touch from Brown allowed him to do so. And this time Henry will look forward, picks out Barco, just lets it run to Vickers, goes left to Campbell. That's great footwork from Campbell, superb football, and now he's brought down. And sheer weight of numbers from Schnell should potentially count against him at some point, you'd have thought.
Yeah, it's great work from
to be
Campbell.
fair, sorry. So just to be fair, it was more about the footwork from Campbell that did for Schnell rather than anything else there. So perhaps the referee giving him the benefit of the doubt, which I suppose is fair.
Yeah, he looked a bit of a lost cause, didn't he, when the ball went over to that far side. It looked like he was going to go out of play, but Torres did superbly, not only to keep it in and then make something of it. And as we spoke about last weekend during the semi-final, he prides himself on his ability one-on-one to take it past players, win free kicks and create chances. That's what he's done there.
Leading goal scorer for the Addicts as well. As Henry sends the ball in, Barker trying to get there. It's come off his back almost. He gets a foot in as well. But sadly, no red shirt available, and it's cleared away. Garonde for the Addicts. We're going to have everybody behind the ball. Henry picks out Campbell once more. A little touch inside. Vickers was thinking he was going on a run. Didn't happen. And we're going to have it back. It's a good tackle from... Oh, no, it's not. Backman, who's already on a yellow card, isn't he? So you've got to be a bit careful with that. The referee judged him to have gone through the back there, I think. Thought he won the ball, but obviously he went through the man to get it.
Yeah, and a challenge you don't really need to make in the opposition half as well. So that's the sort of thing, you know, as you go through your career, you pick up a little bit of that experience, and you know, if he got sent off today, I'm sure he'd remember not to do that again. But these are the little things that you'll pick up as you go through.
Fulton with the free kick. This time the header from Backroom is a good one. Can Burstow get there? No, he can't. As Brown has it for Wigan on Barker this time, takes him out, and that'll be another yellow card. Just the nature of the swipe is what gives the referee no choice but to get the card out. Barker pleading his innocence. In terms of fouls, it looks more spectacular and harder than the one that Snell did earlier, so that's the reason for the yellow.
Yeah, it was a strong challenge, wasn't he? For obviously he was just going to wing the ball and clean it out into the stand.
I think the conditions aren't helping players making tackles this evening. As we going up to the 32nd minute mark. Wigan still a goal to the good. and have this free kick. Sent in, Barker with the header away, but it's dropped on the edge again to Wigan. Charlton, sure why he went down again there, but he did. He's still on the ball, however. No, I beg your pardon, it was Carragher, who for some reason inexplicably dropped to the floor, but regained his composure, got the ball, and he's now won a throw-in.
Must be a lot of pressures when your dad's
Yeah,
had the career like he had, yeah.
Especially at virtually the same position.
Yeah.
As a centre half.
Yeah. Let's hope his own goal record isn't as spectacular.
Well, I hope it is, especially with this.
Yeah, maybe today, yeah.
Lloyd goes back to Carragher. Sends it towards the Charlton penalty area, headed away, and then Burstow gets a second flick on it, but Snell will deal with it for Wigan. Inside it comes. McHugh. It's a good sliding challenge from Viggers. Charlton win the ball back. Henry trying to send Campbell. I think he would be offside here. Yes, he is.
Just the wrong side there. Just went slightly too soon, but again, it's a nice idea.
And if you've got good enough camera, maybe spot to see if Carragher Senior is in the director's box.
I saw he tweeted a thank you when the game was delayed kickoff. So I don't know if that meant he was on the way or he was just struggling to get YouTube to work on his computer or something.
Here's Carragher Jr. takes the free kick. Snell will drill it down the line. Dealt with by Backroom. It's a heavy touch. Can he get the second one? Yes, he can. Does well. Nadigan finds Henry. Out to the right. Santos thought about the ball down the line. Campbell had made the run, but Santos didn't trust that the ball would find him. Charlton retain possession. Valero brings it forward. Burstow, touch inside, finds Henry. Oh, just spin of the ball, almost took it away from him, but he did well to find Campbell. Two Wigan players going near him. They obviously know the threat inside to Santos. Adigan, little ball trying to find Campbell. Just momentarily gets into the box. Goes down, maybe too easily, I think, according to the referee. And then the clearance has come off Adigan. It should be a Wigan throw, and is. I think not enough there for a penalty, I don't think.
From here, it did look like he was sort of trying to goad some contact out of the Wigan defender, and then went down a bit easily. You could see the referee wasn't too far away and looked unmoved.
Equally, the assistant over there on the far side, in fairly close proximity. Oh, it's a heavy touch back to Watson. He'll have to deal with it before Burstow can close him down, but he does. And the flick on from Costello, asking for Zay to chase it. Dealt with by Leroy, and Barker sends it down the line. Nobody there. The header inside has gone straight to Viggers. Viggers goes past his man. That should be a foul, and it is. This one, I think, from McGee. And as I said, the totting up process must be a factor in a second for the referee. I'm sure probably that's what Charlton players and management are saying at the moment.
And the crowd as well, reminding them that is the one little advantage, obviously. Just a few fans in there to try and put a little bit of pressure on the referee, but he hasn't succumbed yet.
Quickly taken free kick. And Campbell looking along the line, shouldn't be offside there, but he was. Disappointing, because had he been onside, it was a good opportunity for Charlton.
Yeah, it's a shame, because you know, you like the fact that they're spotting these little chances to try and take and try and catch out the Wigan side, but it's just a tiny bit sloppy there. But again, I'm not going to have a go at him for trying it.
Absolutely not. As Watson prepares to take this free kick. With 9 minutes left of normal time remaining in this first half. I don't remember anybody. Santos went down briefly, but other than that, not a great deal. But Henry, just thought Henry was going to capitalise on that mistake, but the ball had already gone out of play. Barker looking for Viggers, and goes beyond him. Fulton with the clearance away. It's a good header from Barker. So Fulton there again, just to launch it across the pitch. Grande took a touch. That touch, McGurk allowed it to go out of play as a result. Lloyd will take the throw. Back goes to Carragher. Charlton pushing up. Watson just delays his kick forward as a result. It's a good header from Baccarin. It's gone straight to Lloyd though. Ball down the line into the channel. again covered this time by Leroy, and does well to get the ball away. But it will be at the expense of a Wigan throw at some point when the ball is returned. Do we have spares down there? I can't see from this angle. I think we do. Yep. Well, to take it, another one who started his career at the Liverpool Academy. Taking his time, the referee's just allowing him to as well, which is a little surprising. That's a good turn from McGurk, a good block from Adigan. Somehow Charlton got a goal kick out of that. I'm not entirely sure why.
Well, linesman's a lot closer than us, Terry. I'll take his word for it any day.
Absolutely.
Excellent decision.
Always trust the officials. Santos and Baccarin combined. Baccarin will bring it forward. Just for a second there, I thought he might get caught, but rode the challenge. Henry now. Garande on this touchline. Burstow makes a run down the line. Inside of him is Adigan. I don't know if he deliberately left that to Cambo. It's a great piece of work if he did. He's back on it now. Adigan. Ball across to Barker in a bit of space. Good control. Instant ball into the box. Garande's looking. It's a little touch from Lloyd. I did wonder whether the referee might have thought Garande's challenge on Lloyd would have been worthy of a free kick. Nothing given. The ball inside's a risky one. We can get away with it. And Carragher brings it forward. Sends it long down the left. Couldn't get it under control. Brown, thankfully for Charlton, that he couldn't. Santos has it for the Addicts. Can Charlton get something before the break? Santos again looking for Charlton players to make the run. Campbell did, but again, ball didn't follow. Charlton still being patient here. Baccarin will bring it forward. Barker wants it on the line. Baccarin keeps the ball. Does really well. Now he finds Barker down the line. Does well, Barker. Ball in is out by Carragher. Needed to be because Burstow was right behind him. And Charlton ranking up the pressure in the final 5 minutes. Figures makes a run into the corner. Ball back to Barker. It was a good. Oh, and calls the referee. Calls the assistant over there. It was a handball.
Yeah, couldn't see it from here, but
Difficult
again,
one from here. Yep.
Yeah, the line are a lot closer than us, but it's been quite an even game, really, hasn't it? I think Wigan have obviously had the better chances with that effort that's come off the post and obviously the goal. But Charlton have had a couple of openings, and you know, there's certainly things to build on in this second half.
Yeah, I think from a Charlton point of view, they'll be wary of the threat Wigan pose, because they do look a threat coming forward.
Don't get to this stage if you're not, I guess.
Yeah, and Charlton haven't really imposed themselves as much as they'd like, I guess, on the Wigan last third, as Watson gets his kick away. Barker couldn't get to the ball, but it should be a Charlton throw. It is. So we head into the last 4.5 minutes. Referee telling Barker to go backwards a little bit. Adigan get it back to Barker. Sort of a little short. Allowed the block to come in. So Barker will have another go. Down the line this time. It's got a decent throw in Barker. He just gets his head there to Santos. Again, lovely footwork from Santos, and he rides the challenge. Trying to go out right to Viggers. There's Brown, who just got a toe in. Santos not overly impressed that the referee wanted to go back a yard. Barker took a yard out anyway. Header inside by Snell. Charlton can't get hold of the ball in that right-hand side, sent forward. Beadle does well to come out of his goal. Playing safe, just get rid. You just knew if it was going to end up anywhere, that ball, it was going to be on that black tarpaulin, in the only place that you couldn't get it immediately back, and it ended smack on it.
Done us a favour there.
Snell with a throw for Wigan, with 3 minutes left of normal time remaining. Baccarin does really well to win possession back for Charlton, and Adigan goes up to Viggers. Good control from Viggers, but he can't keep possession of the ball. We can have it back, and then he commits the foul in his attempt to reclaim possession. Should be enough time to take this. As I say, I don't remember the physio being on too often in this first half. So Charlton have to just see this out. Once again, McGurk, key man on the dead ball situations for Wigan. Charlton leaving Campbell up top. Other than that, everybody behind the ball. Comes in. So headed. I don't know who got the touch there. It might have been Carragher, but Charlton, fortunately, just bounced through to Beadle, and the ball out has gone straight to Wigan. McHugh swings it across to Lloyd. Lloyd taking on Grande on the outside. Grande staying with him. Ball back across those, cleared away by Henry. It's gone to Burstow, does really well to cut inside, but then loses out in the challenge. It's McGee, goes right. McGurk spots Lloyd on the corner. Ball in, cut out by Henry. Adigan, it's a heavy touch, has taken it back into the penalty area, and it's Zay with the shot. But they're away with a strong challenge to put it away for a corner.
Yeah, good tackle, that last ditch. It was a horrible one for Adigan to deal with. Once it's sort of come off him, he knows he can't make the challenge there because the Wigan player could easily go to ground, so he had to just sort of stand up and hope that one of his defensive partners would be there to make the block for him.
Well, the driving rain seems to have eased off just momentarily, at least, as this corner is about to be swung in, and is this time Beadle comfortably claims that, tries to spring away quickly, not allowed to, as I wouldn't expect he would be, to be fair. 30 seconds of normal time remaining in this first half. Will Charlton have a chance to level the scoreline before the break? Santos, supposed to Henry rather, supposed to run into. Sees the runner Burstow. He's got behind his man just momentarily, but it's a good reclaim from Carragher, you have to admit. But Campbell rather can pick it up for Charlton. Grande on the overlap. Campbell still in possession, goes right to Barker. It's a lovely interplay there, and Adigan will pick it up for the Addicts. Out to the right, and Viggers inside to Santos. Wigan just getting men behind the ball now, but they concede the free kick just outside the right edge of the penalty area. Charlton have a last opportunity to get back on level terms in this first half. 2 minutes of added time.
Yeah, we saw again Charlton fans in the lower west baying for a yellow card.
It's what we've missed, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've been doing it fairly on my own pretty much for the last year and a half.
That's true.
And Henry over this free kick. Is he going to shoot? We're going to send it in. He sends it right to Campbell once more. Campbell cuts back inside. Can he get a shot away? No, he can't. Zay just takes the ball off his toes just as he was about to strike it. Can Beadle send it back into the danger area? He does. Viggers is there, but it's gone beyond him. Oh, he managed to get something on it though. Viggers might look interested, but it's well read by Watson. The bouncing ball, and he claims it with a minute gone now of that added time.
Just thinking, Terry, as well, we must be two of the first people in the Alan Kirbishley stand as well now.
That's a very good point, actually.
Renamed.
Yes, well done.
Yeah, got a new sign up. The Curbs.
Should we get a certificate?
Yeah. First in the Curbs, as we're calling it.
Also draws it forward. Barker there. Needed to win that because it had gone beyond him, and it has gone beyond him now. Brown is in towards the corner of the Charlton penalty area. 30 seconds left. Brown trying to get a shot away. Barker stayed strong. Got the block in. Santos over there to help out. There's a back heel. It's gone to the way of McGee, and it's another block from Barker. It's a good one. Campbell heads it forward, but he can't find Viggers, but it's back with Campbell. Trying to find space in there. Viggers will, Adigan will do likewise. And there is the half-time whistle. And Charlton stung in this first half after 6 minutes when Fulton sent a rasping shot from the edge of the penalty area following a corner that was cleared away. Nobody picked him up on the edge of the box, and he drilled his shot in the top left-hand corner of Beadle's net. Other than that, it's been fairly even contest with Charlton having chances of their own. Ball not really falling in the right places to have to give Watson in the Wigan goal any real trouble. And Beadle has been called on a couple of times, as have the Charlton back four, to put in last-ditch blocks to stop Wigan getting a second, and the post came to Charlton's help also in that first half to keep the scoreline at 1-0. So everything for the Charlton under-18s to do to get back into this game. Currently at half-time in this Premier Division League 2 playoff final, national final. It is 1-0 to the visitors. And we'll take a short break and be back with you for all the second half action here.
A 102 years ago, dug from chalk and sand, our home was built by our very own hands. Over a century of the Valley's voice, the sound of SE7, the pride of South London, our football heaven. The many miles you've travelled, the many games that you've seen, following Charlton, your favourite team. The Valley Caf, the Royal Oak, the places you can laugh and joke. Get off the train, ransom walk, the nerves kick in, the pre-match talk. The many hours you've sat in the covered end choir, singing Valley Floyd Road, my only desire. But that all changed some time ago. The game was over, stay at home. The loved ones lost, our loyal fans, you'll all be missed up in those stands. It's not been the same without your voice, but the time is near for us to rejoice. Those echoes will become full song when we hear the Red Robin come bobbing along. Soon you'll be back again, doing what you did again, singing your songs, back together in SE7, where we all belong.
Charlton family, it has been way too long. Nothing compares to when the Valley is full and we're cheering on the boys. We can't wait to get you back here. Look forward to seeing you, meeting you soon.
The second half of this Premier Division League 2 National Playoff Final. Charlton under-18s a goal behind. And Jason Fulton strike in 6 minutes. Wigan could have had another couple. The post coming to Charlton's rescue, as well as James Beadle and a few last-ditch tackles. And Charlton have looked threatening going forward, but just haven't found that killer pass or that vital chance that will get them back on level terms. Tom Watson did stop a glorious attempt from Viggers after he'd gone round the Wigan keeper to keep out Charlton from getting that equaliser. Charlton with 45 minutes to retrieve the situation. We are underway here at the Valley. Charlton attacking the covered in this second half. Barker with a little touch to Adigan. Finds one challenge, comes inside. Campbell finds space. Barker out here on this right, touches it back to Henry, who instantly goes in, ball into the box, but it's just too high. Just for a second there I was wondering if it might catch Watson out, but too high. So the opening minute, Charlton's would you class that as an attempt on goal? Possibly not, I don't know.
That would be quite generous. You can see, I think Aaron was just trying to curl it towards the far post. Didn't quite get it right.
Attempted ball down the line from McHugh, go straight into the Wigan dugouts. Grande throw down the line, looking for Viggers, can't get there, but Grande meets the second header. Santos tussling in that midfield and comes away with the ball well as well. Santos does superb. Charlton number 8 swings it across here to Barker. Just behind him is Bakrin and Leraway also in close attendance. Santos will find Grande on that left-hand side. Santos just looking to pick a pass, and he does well to find Campbell, who's just moved into space. Little 1-2 with Adigan, gets the shot away, but it's blocked. It'll come back to Santos. Barker out here calling for it on the right-hand side. Not entirely sure that's where the pass was meant, but it's got there. Now Adigan and Barker once more. Bakrin as Wigan push out. Finds Burstow, but he can't find Campbell or Adigan with the ball. Wigan clear it away. Bakrin wanted to see that out. And Beadle wanted him to send it back. He got caught in two minds really there, the Charlton centre half. But out is better than giving it away. And, although the rain has stopped, the wind is still just gusting round, especially in the Alan Kirbishley stand. It's one thing I did ask him if he could close the doors in this stand at some point. As Henry picks up the attempted cross inside, sends it long to Burstow. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, I was just about to say that's unlucky. That look, for all the world, the clearance from Fulton came off Burstow. The linesman down here thought otherwise. Barker goes down the line. Burstow a little flick on. Figures holding the ball up and then just loses out to Brown and gives him a little pull to try and reclaim it, but be annoyed at himself there. And again, Charlton can't quite seem to get round the flanks at Wigan.
Certainly made it difficult for the Addicts. Wigan, they've defended pretty well. Trying again, when they do get the ball, they want to try and be patient in possession and try and work those openings, but obviously as the game goes on, they'll get more and more frantic.
Ball forward is well read by Barker, captain for this evening, as he was in the semi-final. Snell heads it. Adigan will pick it up for the Addicts. Wants to go down the line. That is definitely a Charlton throw. Barker will once again take it. Trying to find Figures, who can't get there, but Adigan does superbly well to get to the second ball, and then Campbell just couldn't get it out from under his feet, and ball taken off his toes once more. Bakrin has to deal with this, and he's not taking any chances again with Costello right behind him. We're going to have the throw. We've had the opening 4 minutes. It's still a fairly even contest other than the scoreline. Snell taking his time with this. It's the ball back into Brown. Good feet from Brown to go past Henry, but Adigan's on his tail. Gets back out to Snell and drills it across, but no blue and white shirt on hand to get anywhere near that. Charlton will have a goal kick. Charlton's bench, we've got Asimwe, who came on in the semi-final, and did Mitchell, both equipped themselves well. The Darpo and striking option of Miles Leaburn, and a name that all Charlton fans will be familiar with. Beadle sends it towards Vickers, a lovely climb, and he flicks it on to Campbell. Can he find Burstow in the box? He can. Burstow trying to make space, trying to find Vickers, who gets a toe to it. Back to Adigan, who takes a shot, saved away to the left by Watson. Santos taking it into the penalty area, trying to go past his man Lloyd. Cuts back, but the way was blocked, and Charlton's attack just comes to nothing in the end. But good pressure from the Addicts, but an equally good save by Watson.
Yeah, it's better from the home side. Just work that opportunity. Watson again lively and lucky perhaps it didn't rebound to a red shirt as well, and he would have been pleased with the way he palmed that out of danger's way. But trying to be buoyed by that little spell they've had there, probably the first little one in this second half.
Charlton hopefully will be buoyed by the fact that he won the contest in the league season in the 90th minute. So, and of course, winning the semi-final in added time will show that this young Addict side can fight to the very end. It's the throw from Barker towards the corner of the penalty area. Carragher across. From Snell, who hurriedly gets it away, but he does well. So good work by Barker, not once but twice, and then cleared up field. It was a slightly late decision as McGee took a tumble over Adigan, but I thought it was his momentum that took him into Adigan rather than Adigan's challenge, but the referee thinks otherwise.
Again, he just waited to see what was going to come of that clearance as well before bringing the play back for the free kick.
And looking at the sides that played in that 4-3, Charlton side and the Wigan side very similar. It's really only Lomax who isn't playing, and Brown in for this Wigan side. Charlton also very similar. Chin, of course, was playing as Santos regains possession for the Addicts. Risky ball across the back rim, does really well. Sends it back left, looking for Burstow. It's a lovely touch inside, but it's just too far in front of Campbell. It's allowed Fulton to get it away, but only as far as Santos. Trying to take it over his man. It was important that McHugh got to that because Santos was away. It's good work on that left-hand side from Santos, and Elaray has found Bakrin. He's got Barker to his right. It's a lovely attempted. Just has a lovely ball. When it left his foot, the angle looked great, but then by the time it got over to that left-hand side, it wasn't, and Wigan clear it away. Costello picks it up for the visitors, taking on Bakrin. Goes past him towards the edge of the area, gets the ball across. Barker with a header away. And a run here to McGee. Just bounced over him, and Adigan gets to the ball, and he's fouled in the process of trying to take it away. Henry in the end is going to leave this to Beadle. See, he was far too close to attempt a short one anyway. Anyway, gets the ball up to Burstow. Good hold-up play by the Charlton striker. Gets it back to Santos. Really impressed with him in the semi-final. Not least his goals, of course, but his general hold-up play and running into the channels. We need that sort of action now as Henry brings it forward. Lovely ball across left. Is it kept in by Campbell? It is. Super work by Campbell. Cuts inside his man, finds Burstow. Garonde further outside. Charlton just have to start again a little bit. Bakrin has got Barker out here on the right-hand side. Barker crossing opportunity, or just took a little heavy touch and just bobbled as he did so. And it's allowed Wigan to clear it away. Bakrin with the header though. It's going to keep Charlton on the front foot. Barker. Just thought he was going to cross it across to Burstow, but he decides to come inside instead. Now Santos. It's a lovely ball out to Garonde. Garonde on his left foot, trying to cut inside, and it just allowed McGurk to get the challenge in. Santos again in there, again at the heart of most things Charlton are doing. Wins the throw. Campbell runs into the channels. The throw doesn't find him though. Wigan clear it away. See, he's very deep, trying to get the ball. And, the attempted ball forward, looking for Costello's easily cut out by Charlton. Bakrin. Get it back from Barker. It was Adigan who got sent off in the first encounter. Not currently one of the players on a yellow, so safe for now. As Bakrin gets it again. This time looks for the run of Burstow. In that right-hand channel. It's covered off by Fulton, but at the expense of a throw. And Charlton starting this second half in a very positive manner. Santos. Just a touch from Zay took it away from him, but he does well to win the ball back, Santos. Great play by Charlton's number 8. Into Campbell, trying to find space, Campbell. Oh, and the ball out to Barker, sold him short. And Wigan can clear it away. It's Brown. It's a good block by Bakrin. And it's equally good work from Adigan. Figures now on the ball for Charlton. Adigan goes on to the right-hand side. Still in possession. And, is that a corner? No, he didn't. No touch from Snell. Didn't think there was. And the assistant over here confirms it.
He did really well, Snell, there, just to get in the way of the ball in between him and Adigan.
Well, as with Charlton in the first game, well, sorry, in the first game, in the last game, in the semi-final, put a lot of effort in that first sort of hour, and they found it looked like they were retiring a little bit towards the end of the game, and I wonder if Wigan, who put a huge effort in that first half, will have similar problems in the second. It's a pullback, surely not, but the referee allows that to carry on. Charlton are in possession down that left-hand side. Santos cuts inside, and he's fouled. Once again, though, Santos wanted to hurry things up. He was in possession. That's great work from Henry, but the ball out to Barker. It's hold him short, but it's a sliding challenge for Snell. He's given the ball straight back to Charlton's captain, and he's past his man into the penalty area. Ball across. Oh, touched over by Viggers. Glorious opportunity for Charlton to get back on level terms, but it's over the bar.
Yeah, great work on the right-hand side from Charlie Barker there. It looked like he was happy just to let the ball go out of play and take the throw, but all of a sudden he just burst into life and made ground down the right-hand side and pulled it back to Viggers, but he just leant back and just got underneath it, and over the bar it goes. But again, we've seen a couple of flashes from the Addicts in this second half. Seen the quality they possess on the ball. Just need to find one of these chances and stick it into the back of the net, get back into this one.
It's a problem here for the Wigan left-back Snell. He's holding his back of his hamstring, which doesn't bode well. As both teams take a well-deserved drink break in the process. Charlton, we mentioned it in the semi-final, Lou, but Charlton have a pretty impressive track record in this competition.
Yeah,
they won it 3 times already.
Yeah, only side to have won it more than once as well since the competition sort of started in this format in, I think, 2012-13. And yeah, last time beat Palace here 3 years ago with Albie Morgan on the score sheet. We saw Albie getting presented with his Young Player of the Year trophy at half-time by Nigel Adkins. So a chance for some of those Charlton fans in the stadium to see Nigel Adkins as Charlton manager for the first time, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's quite muted, obviously, with only a few people here, but it was a nice moment for Albie, who's had a decent season. I think he will be pushing for more game time, I reckon, and you saw that last couple of, towards the end of the season, he got a couple of starts, didn't he?
Well, it'll certainly be in his mind to push on from this point, you would think. And Snell looks like he might be coming back. There was mixed messages, I think, from there, as the physio put the thumb up, but Snell didn't look entirely impressed by that. And the substitute for Wigan is now putting his tracksuit back on, so I'm not entirely sure whether Snell wanted to come off, and the physio saying, nope, you're back out there. Been overruled. And he's still stretching away. The Wigan left back down on this near side, up against the Kirbishley stand. And the referee He's going to just have a word with the keeper. In fact, he's going to brandish the card.
Always like
time wasting.
Yeah, when they nip that in the bud early on, because now he can't do that for the rest of the game. Tom Watson.
It's a shame, that one. I mean, I approve wholeheartedly of stopping him time wasting, but he clearly didn't want to be on this left side because Snell is missing from this left side. So you can understand the reason for wanting to go on the right, and then he puts the ball straight down the left anyway. And Brown will pick it up for Wigan. Cuts inside Edigan, who's just trying to keep him backwards. Snell now back on the pitch. Still not moving entirely at 100%, I would say. Ball cleared upfield, gone straight to Barker. Inside it comes to Henry. Henry spots Burstow. Can he get it under control? Burstow, no. Lloyd just takes it off his toes. And then it's a decent block from Santos, but it's just for a moment there I thought it was still going to run to McGurk. But instead it's out for a Wigan throw. I'd be amazed if Snell lasts much longer on this left-hand side. If you were Charlton, you'd probably want to just try and test that a little bit as the throw goes backwards to Burstow. Almost takes the ball off Carragher, who rides his luck a little bit. And then great challenge from Santos, and Campbell will try and bring it forward, and he's pushed in the back there. And the fans over there in the lower west telling the referee exactly what he should be doing. And that's what we've missed.
Again, we saw it quite a lot in the semi-final last weekend. Charlton love to press high on teams and put pressure on Wigan this time in the sort of final third and win the ball back. They did that a lot last weekend, winning the ball back inside the Birmingham half, and just got to try and make the most of these free kicks as they win them.
Well, it's a dangerous position for the cross. And we sent it in, it's too deep, there's too much on that. I don't know whether or not he was trying to allow for the gusting wind, but he put far too much on it, and it sails over and away for a goal kick.
So the set pieces haven't been brilliant from the Addicts so far this evening. I think we saw a bit better from them last weekend.
Yeah, it's a surprise when you consider that, you know, the talent we've got in the side. Henry, an accomplished passer of the ball, and usually from dead ball situations as well. Just haven't quite got things correct on this occasion as Henry meets the dropping ball with his head. Viggers will get his head to it as well, and now Burstow trying to take on Carragher, who does well to clear it away, and he might find McGurk with that clearance. Grande back. McGurk's ball. It's going to be comfortably dealt with by Beadle coming out of his 6-yard box to the edge of the area, and then immediately throws it right to Barker. Barker, big switch left. Good ball to Campbell. Grande goes on a run ahead of him. Campbell picks out Burstow, just loses his foot in. Wants the free kick, but didn't look likely from up here. And the referee thought similar. Clearance dealt with by Lewe, but at the expense of a throw. Difficult to tell whether there was any shirt pulling because from the angle we're at, impossible to notice that. And if there was, clearly the referee couldn't see it either. So again, the throw goes backwards again. Burstow puts pressure on Carragher. Falls back to Watson, who's underneath it a little bit, and it'll hang up in the air. Brown, sorry, Zay rather, gets there, and again he challenges late on Barker. It's a late one, and he's pleading his innocence. Barker stayed down. And the Wigan bench aren't too impressed either.
It's taken a while to get back to his feet there, Charlie, which isn't really like him. See Anthony Hayes on the edge of his technical area, and Steve Avery as well there. Just giving out some instructions to their side. There's still plenty of time to get back into this one.
Charlton, familiar pattern, play it across the back, ball forward, picks out Adigan. Barker is on this right-hand side. Brown comes back, trying to protect Snell on this left, I think. Santos trying to turn away. It's got Adigan. Santos in close proximity in support. Again, that crossfield ball is on, and it's a difficult one to play in these conditions. So just inviting Grande to come close now. Campbell is away and clear. I don't think...
I honestly don't think he could see him.
No, but I thought exactly that.
Yeah.
Because we're looking across, and I think Campbell blended into the seats at the background of his shirt. That's it, we've got to change colours. Now Campbell has it on that left-hand side, trying to pick out Grande inside of him. Blocked away by McGurk. I've never heard that before, I have to say.
Yeah. To be fair,
normally crowd in the way, I guess.
The first time I looked over, I didn't see Tyrese there either. His shirt just blended in perfectly with the seats, and it took me a couple of times to spot it, and obviously Santos just didn't see him.
Have to get that crowd a bit closer to the touchline. It's a lovely flick on from Burstow, but nobody there. Went beyond Viggers and cleared away. There way with the header forward, but it's dealt with. Zay has it, but immediately pressed by Henry, and he's lost out. Well, he almost lost out to Burstow. He needed the clearance from Carragher. Charlton certainly in the ascendancy here. They've got to make the most of this. And obviously, we'll want to get back on level terms as quickly as possible to then mount a charge for the victory. Down the line it goes, it stayed in. Did that come off Viggers last? I think it must have done, yes. Wigan, even now, will take their time with 20 minutes gone into this second half. Still Charlton a goal behind, and still Wigan not taking the throw. Now they send it down the line. It's a little flick on from Santos. He's back on the ball again. Trying to drill it across to Viggers, but just took a deflection. So took the flight off the ball, but that's great work from Barker to win it back for the Addicts. Allows Adigan to take over. Back on it again, Adigan. Just trying to wrestle some space in the centre circle. Goes backwards though to Baccarin. Ball upfield is an ambitious one, looking for Viggers, and it's cut out. I think that's just a case of McGee accepting the challenge. He knew it was coming, just stood there and accepted it. He wanted the free kick. Because I think we can know they've been a little bit under the cosh here. In 20 minutes of this second half.
And they'll be happy just to slow it down a little bit, really. It's Charlton who have to do the chase in this moment in time. And Wigan still out there, they still possess that danger on the attack, but we haven't seen it a great deal in this second half. But you do know they can turn it on when they need to.
Vickers does well to win a header, and the ball forward looking for Campbell. Couldn't get there, just about dealt with, and Brown has to go backwards to Snell, who clears it away up towards Kenny Costello, going down a little easy there, and the referee agrees. Madigan has it for Charlton. Baccarin forced to go backwards. Garonde. Send Charlton down that left-hand side. Now comes back inside to Aleo, and his ball forward's a good one. Oh, it was a good one to Burstow. Just let it run under his feet. And just the chance had gone, and he's annoyed with himself. Lloyd backwards to Carragher. He's going to be under pressure here from Burstow. It's a heavy ball back to his keeper. Watson does well to get it away. Charlton do have to be careful and be mindful of the breakaway. Snell finds Brown on the Wigan left-hand side. Up against Barker. Snell on the overlap. Adigan not quite there, but he does get there to stop the cross coming in. It will be at the expense of a corner.
Going to have to be careful. After all the work they've done to try and get back into this, you don't want to let something slip with a lack of concentration at a set piece.
A reminder, if Charlton do go back on level terms, it will be extra time and penalties here, which is good, give the time for the traffic to clear. As the corner comes in, it's a great header. And a brave header as well. Burstow proving his worth in the Charlton penalty area. He just took a tumble. I think the Wigan player just fell on him and just twisted his ankle in the challenge, but he's away. The Addicts will be thankful that there's nothing more serious done. It's Baccarin. Charlton just played across the penalty area, and their ways out to the left. This time Beadle wants to go down the middle. He just can't get there. Charlton will pick it up with Henry though. It's a good ball out here to this right hand side, and Campbell Campbell going to take his man on. 3 of them in front of him at the moment. Little touch inside to Santos. Barker is back out here on the right if he wants to use him. Instead he goes out to Garondo. Back to Santos. Santos has got Adigan out there, but it's a ball into the box, headed away by Carragher. Campbell can't get it under control, and we can clear it away, and it's up towards Costello. Holding the ball up, finds Lloyd inside of him. Lloyd, clear run into the edge of the penalty area. Chip ball back across, and it's found Zay, whose shot goes wide left to the post, and another glorious opportunity for the visitors to double the lead.
Yeah, they've had chances to put this away, Wigan, and it was an acrobatic effort, just couldn't quite direct it on target. But again, as I mentioned a few moments ago, we hadn't seen a great deal of Wigan as an attacking force in this second half, but before the interval we saw the quality they possessed going forward, and good show of it there, and Charlton perhaps lucky to get away with that one.
So it's still 1-0 here. 20 minutes of normal time remaining in this second half. Plenty of time for the Addicts to find their way back into this national final. More patience from the Addicts. Alewe, that's a lovely ball into Garonde. Takes it in his stride, Garonde. Ball across though, he's looking for it. And again, it's just too far ahead of him, but Santos will pick it up for Charlton. Little touch inside to Garondo, takes the shot, but straight down the throat of Watson. Decent effort, but Watson right behind it.
Yeah, caught it well enough, but Tom Watson, fairly comfortable save. Perhaps there are other options there he could have used as well.
Goal kick goes up in the air, and Henry's header will drop to McGee, who slightly over-ambitious with the ball forward, and he's annoyed himself that he didn't do better with that, as Beadle rolls it out. Adigan, it's an ambitious ball to Barker, and it's been cut out by Brown. Passes from Charlton, not quite finding their mark this evening. And then McGee, ball inside to McHugh, out to Lloyd. Ball into the penalty area. It's avoided everybody. I'm not sure what the Wigan players are calling for there, but Costello felt he was fouled.
It's hard to tell. I think Barker went down as well. Don't know if Costello felt he may have been pushed in the back, but trying to go make a change.
Charlton are the first to make the change, and it's a Simway coming on. Baccarin, who's on a yellow card, may be the reason for that change. Charlton, although may go through at the back, or it might be a like for like. Simway has played at centre half. Maybe it's just some instructions across to the captain, Charlie Barker. We'll see what happens here. Simway going out to the right side. Barker will play in the centre. Simway's on the right. So Beadle ball forward, looking for Burstow. Gets his head there, but again can't direct it to a red shirt, and Carragher will clear it away. Alewe just allows the ball to drop and turns away. Good play. Turns away from Zay. Ball upfield. Finds Henry. He's got the ball inside though is too difficult for Adigan, and Wigan come away with it. Costello up against Barker, now in the centre half position, and he gets the block on the shot, but it's away for the corner.
Yeah, good work from Charlie there, just to make sure that Wigan can get a clean strike on goal. He's dishing out instructions now. There must be a lot written on that paper.
I think that's more than just your centre half.
Yeah, I was thinking if someone's just coming on, and you'd rather they just told you, wouldn't they? If it was just go there, because obviously like a lot of information to take in. Obviously a change in tactics for these final 18 minutes or so.
Zach Mitchell's also getting stripped on the bench, so we may see another change. But before that, Charlton have to deal with this corner. Swung into the centre again. It's headed to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's a turn and shot, and we're going to have the second. Charlton couldn't deal with the cross when it came in, and we're going to go 2-0 up. I'm feeling that might have been Brown, but I didn't see the number on the shirt as he turned and hit it. And with 29 minutes gone, Charlton have to come back from 2-0 down.
Yeah, they've had some problems dealing with set pieces this evening, Charlton, and
It's
again, they've just been punished there. It was a good finish in a crowded penalty area. Let's try and make another sub.
I do believe it was Brown who scored it.
The Adigan's made away here for the Addicts. Zach Mitchell's come on in his place. All or nothing now really for Charlton. Got to throw everything at Wigan these last 15 minutes.
So can the Addicts, it's an ambitious one from Henry, trying to catch Watson out.
He tried that on Saturday as well, didn't he?
Wasn't a million miles away, I have to say. But ambitious. Well, applaud his ingenuity at least. There's been some way to get a goal back.
Well, you know, Charlton were leading 2-0 against Birmingham with 6 or 7 minutes left to go on Saturday, and they brought it back to 2-2, so there's still some distance left to run in this one.
It's been a strange second half because it's been mostly Charlton. Wigan have had 2 good chances and scored out of one of them. As Mitchell tries to get possession back in that midfield, but doesn't quite manage it. Thornton will go back to his keeper. Simway meets the dropping ball. Can Santos get there? No. Henry does though. Santos in the challenge again. Loses out once more, however, and Costello in the centre circle gets it out to Lloyd. Sends it forward. McGurk brings it down on a run. McGurk. It's his corner that created the damage for that second goal. He couldn't get the crossing on this occasion, and Henry can't bring it forward, however. They'll run through to Zay. It's back to McHugh. Now on the left is Snell, but it's a good challenge from Asimwe. Can he get the second? No. Snell comes the better of that challenge, and he's into the penalty area, drilled it across. It's cleared away by Garonde. Straight to Burstow, the ball upfield to Viggers. Viggers just holding it up, but he's got surrounded by blue and white shirts. And Snell, I think, was expecting a challenge to come there and went down, but the challenge didn't come. It'll be a Charlton throw. Simway go down the line with this. And a second chance to do so. It's really important Charlton try and at least get a goal back in the next few minutes to put pressure on this Wigan side. Burstow, little deft flick. Figures with a second flick. Santos does well to take it round his man. So it turns away from him. Ball into Burstow, but it's behind him. Wigan clear it away. Down this Charlton right-hand side. It's a good header from Barker. Oh, but the ball inside from Asimwe. It's gone straight to Zay. Thought about a shot there, I think, at first, and then couldn't get past Alewe. Now Henry draws it across, but again, the Charlton pass doesn't find its target, and Lloyd brings it forward. It's really been the story of this game. Charlton's passing, just letting them down at crucial moments. And now Brown brings it forward for Wigan. Ball across to McGurk, who takes the shot, high up into the Jimmy Seed. It goes. I think when they analyse this game, regardless of what happens now, that ball has fell short on too many occasions. Compared to previous occasions when it's worked wonderfully well. Charlton still have it within them to get back in this game.
Yeah, just get one goal.
Yeah.
Just get one. Start making it nervous. We saw what happened to the Addicts when that happened on Saturday.
Burstow making a run, and Simway saw him. Thought he was pulled back, Burstow initially there, but nothing given. It's good pressure from Santos. Caused a mistake from McGee. Charlton. Not just that. It's a push in the back, surely, from on Santos there. Not seen from the officials. Charlton do have the throw, however. Santos trying to get it back to Asimwe. Couldn't make it, but Charlton have another throw. Barker with a longer one on this occasion. Figures trying to get there. Burstow will. And leaves it to Mitchell. He left it to each other, really, there. Santos, however, gets it back for the Addicts. Brings it inside. Lovely touch to Burstow. Santos goes for the return. Oh, he just couldn't get his toe on it. And if he had done, he might have set Viggers up as well. And instead, Wigan bring it away. Ball into the middle. Zay turns away from Burstow. Goes backwards to McHugh. Sends it long and to McGurk. Brings it down. Lloyd on the inside, but that's well read by Campbell. Follows it and brings it away for Charlton. Ball inside, trying to find Mitchell. Slides in and misses him completely on it. He's gone down holding his foot there, saying he made no contact with him whatsoever, I don't think. And he makes a miraculous recovery.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be any contact.
Lovely ball from Henry to find Viggers. Can he go past Carragher here, Viggers? Attempted ball in the box has come off Carragher and straight into the arms of Watson.
Yeah, that pass. We've seen the range of passing that Henry has, and just haven't seen it enough this evening. But one more like that could be the opening, exactly what we need to get back into this game.
Watson again gets underneath that a bit. It's hanging up in the air. Headed forward. Barker deals with it. Headed left to Santos. Cuts inside into the centre circle. Goes back the other way. Past Zay, who fouls him in the process, but Viggers will bring it forward and the referee's waving play on. Out to Campbell. Ball into the box, looking for Burstow. Can't get there. Viggers trying to. Can Burstow get the second attempt? No, it's cleared away. And you get the feeling that the physios will be on here. And I'm wondering if Zay will get punished for that challenge. No different to the yellow cards that both Charlton players received for something similar. And I think he is going to get the yellow card. Fortunately for Charlton, Santos is up on his feet. So taking his time.
It's a strong challenge, wasn't it? And worthy of a yellow card. Just as the ball went in there, Burstow just trying to make a nuisance of himself.
Referee has indicated that he's noted the time. It's Garondo with the throw. Charlton with 8.5 minutes left of normal time. Viggers with a header inside, but there's nobody there, and it's cleared away. Henry with a touch though. Santos trying to get it out to Garondo. Doesn't find its target. Wigan clear it away. Straight out of play. Try and keep the pressure on. Referee wants that at the halfway line. Still wants it at the halfway line. He's going to go into exactly the same place anyway. Throws it down the line. Lovely flick on from Viggers. Can Campbell get there? He can't. It's cleared away once more. Pretty much to the same place. The referee, the stickler for this, the referee, of where he wants the throw to be taken.
See why you hate refs so much.
Throw goes down the line, headed inside. Mitchell. To Santos. Turns away. Ball down the line. It's a lovely ball as well. Finds Campbell in towards the corner of the penalty area. Just had the pole taken off him. So good work from Garondo to try and get the ball back, and he wins the throw. Throws it instantly down the line again, looking for Campbell. Carragher in with the challenge. Charlton prepared to make the third substitution. I'll see it just from this distance who it is that's coming on. Santos. Ball in field to Henry. He's going to think about a shot here. He's got Simway over on this right-hand side. Simway. Showed it to go one way, then ball into the box is cut out. Barker will pick it up for the Addicts. Now sends it into the penalty area. Might be too much on that. There is. Comfortable claim for Watson.
No matter what happens in the remaining 7 or 8 minutes, I said it on Saturday, winning isn't absolutely everything at this level. Obviously, the lads will be disappointed, but there are things that we've seen in this game and on Saturday and throughout the course of the season, really, that shows that these young lads, coming through the Charlton Academy that's had such a good production line over the years, they have been learning things the right way. They try and play the game the right way on the floor.
Looks like Miles Lieberman over there on the touchline. And it is coming off Welby Grande. So Charlton making an attacking change here to try and get something out of this game. How good it is to see a Lieberman on the Valley pitch once more. But yeah, you're right, whatever happens, there is some talent in this side. And Anthony Hayes and all the academy staff should be justifiably proud. Lieberman with his first meaningful touch, and he gets the ball out to Santos, ball forward looking for Viggers. Viggers has got Campbell out, is outside as Lieberman makes his way into the box. Campbell trying to find space for the cross, so he gets it back to Santos, looking for an overlap. He might use it now. Instead goes across looking for Mitchell. He gets there, but he can't guide it back across to a red shirt. Probably was looking for Burstow initially. The ball forward now is going to be cut out by Henry. Henry, ball across and into the middle, finds Santos. Simway's gone over to the left-hand side, ball up to Lieberman, little back to Santos, out to Campbell on the left. Campbell draws it across, takes a deflection straight into Watson, but there was an offside again on that far side. I think it might have been Campbell once more. The referee probably just telling Watson, look, I don't want to send you off, so you better be quick with this. He's already in the book. We have coming up to just 4 minutes left of normal time. Parker gets his head to it, but he goes backwards. And Lerway does really well to guide it back to Beadle. He's got Mitchell out there on the right now as a right back. Rolls it to Lerway, who's got Barker instantly inside of him. Barker looking forward. Campbell just doing his laces up at the wrong moment. Looking for Lieberman. Just get the touch on the second ball, but didn't know where it was, and Fulton can bring it away. Finds McGurk. Tried to go down the line. I think Simway got the deflection on that. Time running out for the young addicts.
To be something quite spectacular now to get back into this, but yeah, there's plenty of good experience they'll take from this run to the final. As we say, you know, a successful season, winning their division quite comfortably in the end.
That's good work from Burstow to get his head to that ball. Can he get to the before Fulton comes across? He does. Tries to go inside. Fulton gets something on it. Just loses out there. Sheer weight of numbers between Brown and Fulton. Ball cleared away. Charlton will have a throw. Beadle, considerable distance outside of his penalty area, sends it long. Lieberman trying to head it back into a danger area, but all he did was succeed in giving it to McGee, who sends it long. So play it down the line. I think it's Z suffering from cramp. Miraculously, he's back up, but although he's still limping, to be fair, as the ball's drilled across from McGurk. Charlton will have a goal kick. Z down now. Looked like he's been suffering for a while, Z, with that cramp.
So often get that with the younger players when they put in such a shift as well. You know, say both sets of players have worked really hard in this game.
Z will come off because of that cramp. And Pennington comes onto the pitch. John once again, take it. Not sure what. Oh dear. The referee, stickler for the rule book again. Henry will send this forward. Lieberman or Viggers, neither can get there. Parker. I'm not quite sure what McGee thought he was doing there. Didn't win the free kick either. Leeburn trying to get to this dropping ball. Goes beyond him, cleared away by Carragher. Henry for Charlton. To the middle. Beadle wants to get involved. Valero sends it long. Leeburn jumps, gets a good header, but again, nobody close enough in a red shirt. Or Snell just gets it clear to Brown. Snell goes for the return. Sends it long. Valero heads it inside. Santos. Heavy touch. Oh dear, oh dear. That looked nasty. And Costello will receive a yellow card for that.
It's a very high challenge. I think the referee straight on the spot to try and calm the situation down. That was a nasty one. They both went for it. Santos
I think it sounded worse than it probably was.
Yeah, quite a big sound effect from up here.
And Costello finds himself in the book with 4 minutes of added time here at the Valley.
Now we never need to cause a bit of chaos with this free kick.
Wigan, Charlton send this free kick towards the penalty area. They do. It's come off the back of Carragher. Charlton claiming there was a contact in that area, and Barker's gone down with cramp.
I think two Charlton players actually collided with each other and thought they were fouled and appealed for a penalty there.
Well, we'll take it if it's given.
Yeah.
Santos with this corner. You do get the feeling this is last chance saloon for Charlton to get back into this game. In it comes. It's a header from Barker, just wide of the left-hand post. And you get the feeling that was the moment.
Yeah, just needed that to drop in. It's a good delivery, and Barker won it well, just couldn't direct his header inside of that fast stick.
Watson just taking his time. We're going to have a little bit of a gathering and a meeting in the edge of the centre circle, mainly because they wait for a substitution to take place. Looks like Brown is going to go off, scorer of the second goal. And coming on, Levi Welsh for what will be a cameo 2-minute appearance. Watson with the goal kick. Still the Charlton right. Barker's called for this. Gets pushed out of the way by the substitute. But, the referee sees nothing wrong in it. Mitchell, though, will try and send it forward for Charlton. Can Burstow get there? He can't. I think that header might have come off his back, and he did. I think he doesn't realise it, but it's headed onto his back. It was the last contact, and that's why the throw's gone Wigan's way. Barker, good header, but it goes straight to blue and white shirt, but he's won it back for the Addicts. Good. Great work from Barker, but he ball forward, can't find Campbell. And I think, as you said, Louis, that regardless of this result, it's been an outstanding season for the young Addicts.
Yeah, and they're looking at something to build upon. You know, as they go out through the academy system, and you know, we've spoken about the pathway at this club. You know, there's big prizes at the end for young Charlton players if they can make their way into the side. Nigel Atkins watching on today, he's very keen to get youth into the team.
And Campbell drills it across as Charlton try and make a dent in this scoreline, but we can clear it away. It's good work between Vickers and Campbell to create that opening. But we are in the final 30-odd seconds, I think, of this game. Ball forward's going to be cut out, but only straight to a Simway. It's got Campbell out on the touchline. Campbell cuts inside his man. Santos behind. Simway ball, looking for Campbell, doesn't quite find him, cleared away. Leraway will head it forward. Viggers pushing it back. Either spotted or just not worthy of attention from the official. Can Henry reclaim it for Charlton? He can, but that is the final whistle. Charlton gone down 2-0, and then Costello really unnecessarily goads Barker, who's really upset with that and wants some retribution. And that's a bit classless at the end, but you have to congratulate Wigan for the victory. And Charlton, sadly, couldn't replicate the performance of the semi-final. And Wigan have won here at the Valley.
Yeah, it's a shame it's ended like this for the Addicts, and congratulations to Wigan. I think their chances when they came, and they could have had a couple more, but you look back at some of the key moments in this game, you have to say Tom Watson made some big saves for the visitors as well. But as we said, once the disappointment dies down, the Addicts will look back at what has been a successful season. A couple of these young lads have already had experience in the first team. That'll be the aim for a lot of these youngsters as they go over the next few years, but they'll be pleased with the grounding they've got in the Charlton Academy. And they're working under a good coach in Anthony Hayes as well, and Steve Avery, of course, who oversees the whole academy. There's plenty of reasons to be cheerful after this evening. A tough one to take, but I'm sure the future is bright for a lot of these Addicts youngsters.
Well, as most things, when you're coming through the ranks in the under-18s and beyond, losing is just as much as part of learning as winning, I guess. And so the Addicts shouldn't take too much pain from this. It will hurt, of course it will. Losing in a final is never a pleasant experience, but they should really look back at the season, and as I'm sure Anthony Hayes will, look up at the season, look at the successes, and look at the talent he's got coming through and the talent at our disposal in that side. And I think there is some rosy futures in that under-18 side for the Addicts. But sadly, from the Valley, and from myself and Louis, thank you, Louis, for being alongside me here this afternoon. Thanks everybody for watching and listening to this game as the young Addicts take the applause from the 600 or so fans that are here, who will have enjoyed it undoubtedly anyway. Obviously they'll have preferred a Charlton victory, but they've seen some talent on show here in a red shirt, and hopefully some talent that will go on to affect the Charlton first team. But once again, from us here at the Valley, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and enjoy your summer, because this now is the last week. I've said it before, but this is
the
definitely...
under 12s in anything, aren't they?
Exactly, I'm just wondering, yeah. I won't be commentating on anything else, I promise. So this is for the final time. Enjoy your summer, everybody, and look forward to having every single one of you back here at the Valley for the start of next season. Take care. Good night.